So in the last episode, we were speaking about those few C's,
Yes.
like
Criticism,
criticism, comparison,
complaining,
complaining,
and
etc.,
controlling.
and controlling, and comfort zone.
Right.
I understood what we said, and we read this in so many books too. But practically, if the viewers or I want to really change a habit of, say, controlling,
Okay.
or a habit of complaining all the time. So what does one do to, change the habit?
First and foremost, have a deep desire to want to change.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of times we say, okay, people are saying this is not right, or we are reading this is not right, or we are seeing that what we are doing is creating hurt in somebody else. So we say, okay, probably I need to change. But a very, very deep subconscious, a subtle thought is, I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. What's wrong in telling them that what they're doing is wrong? What's wrong in giving this feedback? I don't think this is criticism. So even if the conscious mind is creating this thought that I think I need to change, the deeper layer says, no, you're fine. And when the deeper layer says you're fine, the conscious layer can get nowhere. So we really, really have to check that, do I really want to change? It's very important. How to change is very easy.
How to change is easier?
You know, changing anything is easy. The difficult part or the challenging part is take the decision, I want to change.
And before the decision, accepting that this is
something that needs to be changed. Yeah. So one is the why to change. Why should I need to change? What does this sanskar doing? Why does this sanskar need to change? It has worked for so many years. What's wrong with this sanskar? So why to change? Then the want to change. And the third comes the how to change. The how to change, easiest.
why to change? Because we've seen Awakening with Brahma Kumaris, and we know that so many problems come out, and it's disturbing me, and I'm at a loss.
Yeah,
So
this
why?
is most important in the why to change. Sometimes the why to change is more about other people. You know, because somebody's getting hurt, someone's getting upset, or people are telling me, they're giving me feedback about my sanskars, and they're right, or somebody very senior to me, maybe a teacher, a guide, a philosopher, someone's told me, no, the sanskar is not very good, so you need to change. So a lot number of times the why to change is because of somebody else. It really won't work. The why to change.
Changing here today is because now, after watching your programs, I understand that when I hurt somebody, first I have to hurt myself, and then I hurt somebody, and I hurt myself, and also it rebounces back.
Perfect. So now the why to change is, I'm creating pain for myself, first point. Second point, I'm radiating pain to people around me. Third, this is affecting my mind and also my body, because eventually it's giving rise to an illness. Fourth, it is affecting my relationships. Quite a few reasons for which I need to change this sanskar. So the why to change is done. Then the want to change, that is really subtle. Am I 100% convinced that I want to change this?
When the first question is answered perfectly, then you definitely want to, no? Why? If why is very clear.
Not necessary, because see, like, let's take an example of, you wanted to give up alcohol some time back. The why to give up was there. It's affecting health, it's affecting mind. Sooner or later it'll have an effect on a lot of things, my sleep, you said some vitamins are not getting created in the body. Why to change was all there. The liver is getting affected. Intellectually, the why to change was there. Emotionally also, the why to change was there. My family is not happy with it. I am not happy after I do it. The why to change was there. But the deep, deep, deep desire, the want to change, that's different from the why to change, because the why to change is an understanding. It's a logic. I need intellectual, emotional understanding, why to change. But the want to change, there's no logic. It has to come from my deepest layer of the core. I want to change this sanskar. So this is more of an intuitive feeling. That's more, the why to change is more of a logical understanding. So when both the things are there, the logical understanding of the sanskar and the deep, deep, pure intention to change the sanskar, then the how to change is very simple. Because after all, it's only changing something that I had created. It's very important to understand, how does a habit get created?
I created?
I created, how? I, the soul, I'm playing 3 roles the whole day. When I create thoughts, we call it mind. When I take a decision on which thought is right for me, we call it intellect. And when I implement it, comes into action, and any action repeated number of times, habit.
Man, Buddhi, Sanskar.
Man, Buddhi, Sanskar. This is going on continuously. Create a thought, evaluate, take a decision, bring it out into action, repeat it number of times, becomes a sanskar. Initially, when you start anything, initially there will always be 2 thoughts. Let's say, first time smoking, first time alcohol, first time telling a lie, first time bribing somebody.
Bunking classes.
First time bunking
telling
classes.
A lie and going for a movie.
2 thoughts. Should I? Should I not? And then there will be some contemplation. If I do, this will happen. If I don't, this will happen. This is the mind working. It's like 2 lawyers fighting the case. And the intellect is the judge. So the intellect will listen to both the lawyers. Now some people say, this is my heart is saying this and my brain is saying this. You know, and another person will tell them, think from your heart. What does your heart feel? Heart doesn't feel anything. It's the mind which can create 2 types of thoughts, logical thoughts and emotional thoughts. But everything is done by only one entity, the mind, which is the soul.
And what about the intuition?
Intuition is also a thought, but which has arisen from the deep layers. This is
when the mind is silent.
When the top layer is silent. So then the judge, the intellect, will listen to the 2 lawyers, see both the sides, and finally take a decision. If the intellect is strong and powerful, the intellect will take the right decision. But if the intellect is weak, the intellect is not able to take a decision. And sometimes today we're asking people around us, what do you think I should do? What do you think is the right thing for me to do? Not having the power to take a decision. So the intellect will take a decision, bring it into action, and let's say the first time somebody smokes. It's just one action. Next time, again, somebody offers 2 thoughts. Should I? Should I not? If the intellect again takes a decision, it's okay. What happened last time? It didn't become a habit. Nothing happens by having it once in a while. It's okay. Action. All that we have to do is do it about 8 to 10 times. That's all. After that, it's a habit, which means that now when the stimulus arises, there will be no 2 thoughts. There will be no 2 thoughts, and there will be no time for the intellect to evaluate or take a decision.
Because the decision is already made.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no choice I'm giving myself, and the decision is already made, which means it's a cycle. Mind, intellect, sanskar, and as the sanskar, so will the thoughts arise. If I've created a sanskar of smoking, then only the thought will arise to smoke again. If somebody's never had it before, they won't have a thought. So this comes into a cycle. Now once it's become a sanskar, my mind and intellect are bypassed. And your sanskar will come directly into action.
No more taking permission.
No more taking permission, no more thinking about it also, which we call automated way of living. That's why people find it very difficult when we say, I choose to create anger. And they say, no, we don't choose. It just happens automatically, because that conscious choosing, that period is gone. It's now a sanskar, which is an automated way of living. I don't choose hurt, I just get hurt. And sometimes even that awareness is not there. So we say, I don't even get hurt, they hurt me. So that's how much we are moving away from reality. Now, I want to change this sanskar. So it will start with, first, a new way of thinking. Because all these 3 faculties, when we say weak soul, When you're saying weaker soul, powerful soul, weak soul means all these three faculties have got affected. Mind, which was supposed to think powerful and positive, has gone towards negative thoughts. Natural was pure positive, has gone towards negative. Intellect, supposed to give right decision, is giving lot of other decisions, and we're not even sure today what's right, what's wrong for us. And sanskars, original sanskars, were the right sanskars for us, purity, love, peace, happiness, today moved away from that. Lust, greed, anger, ego, the whole list. So all the three faculties, when we say the soul has moved away from its original nature, it's no more connected to its true self, these three faculties all have moved away. Mind moved away from positive thinking, intellect moved away from right discrimination and decision, and sanskars moved away from original. When we work on changing a habit, we have to work on all three. Only
Power
then,
of discrimination has to be come back.
Everything. But first thing, we'll have to start with creating a new way of thinking. And that's why in Awakening, every time we're talking, create a new way of thinking. A new way of thinking, because the first faculty is the mind. Unless the mind creates another way of thinking, there's nothing for the intellect to even evaluate or decide, and no chance for the sanskar to change. So when we start working, we take care of all three faculties. So first, consciously choose a new way of thinking. Now, like you said, I want to change the habit of criticizing or change the habit of controlling. So what do I want to do instead? First, I'll have to do that.
So you have to do something consciously, so that going on doing consciously once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, it goes to the subconscious.
And yes, very much. And
from consciously to subconscious.
And you're moving from the automated way of living to a more aware way of living. You know, there's so much of this word awareness. Yes, absolutely. It is manual. So we are moving from that automated way of living to a conscious, aware way of living.